Echoes of Yesterday. Intro music, eerie orchestral strings start with SFX, sound of a quill scratching on parchment, followed by a sudden, echoing silence to post Sharon Gibson, intense measured narrative tone. North Carolina, 1590, a small wooden fence, a few deserted houses, and one single cryptic word carved into a post, Croatoan. Music fades out completely. Over 100 English men, women, and children, the entire lost colony of Roanoke, vanished without a struggle, without a body, and without a trace of a fight. For centuries, the popular theory has been tribal assimilation and enemy attack. But what if the true villain wasn't human at all? Welcome to Echoes of Yesterday, the podcast that dusts off history's most persistent cold cases with fresh research. I'm your host, Sharon Gibson. Today, we're challenging the popular narrative of the lost colony. New evidence pulled not from a crumbling diary, but from the rings of ancient trees suggests that Roanoke didn't run away. They were starved out by the worst drought in over 800 years. We'll break down. Setting the scene, the dire conditions left behind by Governor John White. Theory, deep dive, how dendrochronology tree, ring dating, unlocked a climate cold case. The new verdict, weighing the evidence and exploring the colony's true fate. Get ready to rethink everything you know about America's first great mystery. The dire departure. Host Sharon Gibson. To understand the mystery, we must first understand the abandonment. In 1587, Governor John White left the newly established Roanoke colony to return to England for supplies. He expected to be back within months. He was gone for 3 years. Why the naval war with Spain, specifically the threat of the Spanish Armada, made all cross-Atlantic travel nearly impossible. When White finally returned in 1590, the settlement was silent. The only clues, the word Croatoan carved on a fort post, and the word Crow etched on a nearby tree. There was no cross which White had instructed them to leave if they were forced to depart by violence. He assumed they had relocated to nearby Croatoan Island, but a brewing storm prevented his search party from ever reaching it. The question remains, why leave in such a hurry, and why leave so little? The prevailing theories centered on violent clashes with local tribes or assimilation. These theories are dramatic, but modern science offers a colder, more devastating possibility. Transition Minozental wind chime mixed with a low, distant foghorn. Two theory deep dive, a cold case cracked by climate. Host Sharon Gibson. The key to this new theory lies in dendrochronology, the science of dating and studying tree rings. Researchers from the University of Arkansas and the University of Florida examined the ring patterns from ancient cypress trees in the area, specifically the Blackwood region of Virginia, which is historically tied to the Roanoke settlement. Tree rings tell a story. A thick ring indicates a year of abundant rain and growth. A 10 ring indicates a year of drought and stress. The results were stunning. The period between 1587 and 1589, precisely the years the White was. Absan marked the most severe drought in the entire region in over 800 years. This wasn't just a dry spell, it was an ecological disaster. The colonists were not only isolated from England, but they were also isolated from the local resources. They were dependent on crops that would have failed entirely, and local water sources would have dried up. This drought would have forced local indigenous tribes who were already under strain to defend their own dwindling resources, leading to unavoidable conflict and desperation. The environment itself became the prime suspect. The colonists may not have been murdered by an invading enemy. They may have simply starved or had to disperse, leaving the desperate message on the post. 3. The new verdict, weighing the evidence. Host Sharon Gibson. So what is the new verdict? While the mystery is still technically unsolved, the drought data adds massive weight to the theory of environmental collapse and forced dispersal. The Croatoan clue, if they went to Croatoan Island, as the carving suggests, it wasn't a relocation, but a desperate flight for any remaining resources. The lack of struggle, no bodies or signs of violence align perfectly with a slow, creeping depletion of food and water, followed by a quiet, necessary departure. The silence, the subsequent absence of the colonists could simply be explained by the severity of the drought, which impacted the entire region and doomed any smaller splinter groups that formed. The enduring mystery of Roanoke teaches us a chilling lesson about human civilization. Even the most ambitious ventures can be undone, not by war or rivalries, but by the relentless, indifferent power of nature. Wrap up and call to action, host Sharon Gibson. Thank you for joining us on Echoes of Yesterday. We may not have a final answer, but we have a deeper truth that history is written by more than just human hands. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe and rate our show. Music swells. Until next time, keep digging past the myths to find the truth in the echoes. Music fades out,